All right, guys. Today's subject is interesting to me. It's fascinating in a sense where I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I'm gonna need some water. Just hold on. If you heard that, I'm not sorry. So recently, Chris Brown released a diss track against Quavo, one of the Migos, one third of the Migos. So I didn't know they had beef in the first place, but supposedly this beef has been spanning for years. Usually, I'm pretty privy to these situations because of hip hop and rap, and because hip hop and rap is beef centric. When there's beef, you know about it. And Quavo and Chris Brown are pretty deep in hip hop and Chris Brown R&B, all that good stuff. So I woke up this morning and Chris Brown released a diss against Quavo. Surprised me, but song was fire. And Quavo supposedly released a diss track on Chris Brown called Tender. That song was okay. Chris Brown's song was a lot better. But besides that point, I Googled, okay, why are they beefing? What is the point of their beef? After I Googled it, it's over Chris Brown's ex, Karuchi Tran. Chris Brown's ex is who they're beefing over. Ex. Not current, ex. So I look into it, right? So after I looked into it, it becomes even more confusing because Karuchi filed a restraining order against Chris Brown. And it's active for like 5 years. I don't know when it was, when the restraining order was, but either way, the girl doesn't want you so bad that she filed a restraining order. But you're willing to go to war for her. To be honest, I'm not even sure if Quavo cares all that much. Because I feel like he might be responding due to the fact that he's a hip hop artist. And in hip hop, your reputation is everything. So if you don't fire back, you look bad, in a sense. But I know that beef for women have gone on for as long as humans have existed. Like the movie Troy, Brad Pitt, Troy. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a good movie. I'm old. So, I understand back then why people would fight over women. Because there are probably not a lot of them. You don't get to travel as much. The world is incredibly small to you. You don't think the world is as huge as it is. Right? So, I understand why people would be like, okay, this is probably like the prettiest chick ever. Ever. But this beef, confuses me because Karuchi is only one out of billions of people in the planet. And the amount of access a celebrity has compared to the normal person, to me, doesn't equate the amount of effort they are putting into this beef. It doesn't add up. Like, Chris Brown has 145 million followers on Instagram. 145 million followers. I'm pretty sure that a good portion of a million of followers, a good portion of them are women. I can guarantee it. So if a good portion of that are women, that means a good portion of them would love to be with Chris Brown. 145 million followers, right? Let's say he doesn't want anybody who's a fan of him. Okay, sure, fair. Let's look at how many people are in the planet. 7.951 billion. 7.951 billion. You know what? Daniel, he doesn't have access to everyone on the planet. Let's just go with the USA. Brilliant deduction. 333.3 million people are just in the USA alone. You know what? Chris Brown is straight. There's no way he wants that many people. Okay, women. 168.6 million people. All right? And let's say half of those women are underaged, okay? So 168 divided by 2. 84. 84 million people Chris Brown could have had access to. And he's fighting over Karrueche Tran. There's this thing that I heard a couple years ago, which kind of ties all of this together, where they say that when people are looking for a spouse or looking for someone to be with, a big thing for them is this thing called proximus, or people who are in your immediate circle, people who you can have access to immediately. So school, work, yada, 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 all that stuff, your social circles. This really speaks to me to be the truth involving that, because for Chris Brown to still be hung up over Karrueche and to have the access that you do to so many different kinds of women, and you still pardon my language, and you still choose to beef over Karrueche, speaks volumes to me. Even Quavo too, though. But if it is, Quavo too has also many access to it. Like I don't think he's hung up on Sweetie. I think he's hurt the fact that Sweetie cheated on him. But that's beside the point. I think he's moving on, but he probably doesn't trust any women. But that's just my take on it. But yeah. Tell me what you guys think. Like and subscribe the video. Comment under the video. Let me know what you guys think. We can have a discussion in the video.